me tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling all sinners, come home.
Alrighty, g'day everybody. Today's video may come across at the beginning as being very, very salty. You know, today's video is the type of video that ER would probably make at the beginning. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the video together to hopefully make a very good point. Alright, so I make videos on YouTube, right? That's one of my hobbies, is coming to YouTube and making videos about subjects that I have an opinion on, or just to, you know, make a video that's going to entertain people. But inevitably, there's that business component as well, you know, making money through ad revenue or through Patreon or whatever type of other revenue stream that you think is best for you. And my philosophy is that there's no problem with making money online as long as you're not scamming guys or misleading them, telling them that they're going to have, you know, amazing dating results by buying some program that actually does nothing. Now, I'm not sure if I've told you this, but I'm actually writing a book right now. I'm doing a book on lingerie hauls. So every day for about 10-15 minutes, I go and I watch a lingerie haul on YouTube. And what I do is I pause the video at a certain spot. What I do is I scroll through the video very quickly. I scroll over the bits where she's talking, and I pause the video at the exact right moment. And when the video is paused at the exact right moment, that's when I do my research and everything. And you're never going to see this book, obviously. I'm going to keep it away from YouTube. But that's why I go to YouTube every day and I watch lingerie hauls. But what I was noticing is the view count on some of these videos, how many views these videos get. And I'll show you an actual example, right? This one girl that I was using for my research purposes, Taikisha Cattle or something, whatever her name is, you know, she was making videos that were getting a few hundred views per click. You know, she had less than 500 subscribers, you know, nothing really happening on her channel. Then all of a sudden she decides to do a lingerie haul, and what happens? The video gets over 100,000 views. And then she returns to making normal videos that aren't lingerie hauls, and those videos get significantly fewer views because, you know, guys like me who are writing books on lingerie hauls don't have as much material to work with. But then suddenly she does another lingerie haul, and that video gets even more views than the last one. And this girl, Taikisha, she's one of many people who are able to do this, you know. They upload a video in a bikini and they get hundreds of thousands of views guaranteed, irrelevant to how many subs they have. And I'm not going to lie, okay? I'm not going to lie. This is pretty brutal. Like, if you're a guy on YouTube, you know, it's like, in order for me to get views on a video, I have to put in good content, you know. It's actually got to be entertaining. Whereas these people can just upload a video just in a bikini and saying literally nothing. You know, the less words, the better, the more views it's probably going to get. But at least with these bikini photos, I can say, hey, look, you know, it's not my area, so I can't compare myself. But the videos that actually are brutal are the Lana Blakeleys of the world, the ones that actually do make decent content. But you know, the only reason why they're so popular is because they look a certain way. You know, half of the comments is just guys simping. I mean, it's Anthony Reeves all over again, you know, the guy that uploaded one video and got hundreds of thousands of views because he's good looking. You know, it feels like that all over again. In fact, let me drop a little bit of a truth bomb on your head about YouTube, okay? Let me tell you an undeniable fact about the internet, especially YouTube, and that is that it's an attention economy. It is not a fact-based economy. You know what I mean? Like, why do certain people who don't have a single fact on their side get hundreds of thousands of followers? Because, you know, that's what YouTube is all about, getting attention. How good are you at getting attention? Well, you know, being beautiful, being attractive is a very, very good way to get people to watch your content. So, you know, this was a realization that I had to face. But here's the part of the video where it kind of turns around, okay? Do you want to know how long it bothered me to think about this difficult reality of what I'm up against? About 30 seconds, because life is not a competition with other people. It's a race against yourself to see how many goals you can achieve in the 70 to 80 years that you've got given to you. It's a race against time. You know, you should never waste your time comparing yourself to other people. It is a recipe for a wasted life, because at the end of the day, their reality is not your reality. You know, this random girl right here who did a bikini haul, she could get ovarian cancer in 3 years' time. It's got, you know, their life has nothing to do with my life. There is no comparison. It's a separate reality. It's a separate race against yourself. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video today is because a lot of guys can easily make this mistake. They can be drawn into a comparison mindset. A lot of guys will fall victim to the comparison mindset, and if I'm being totally honest, I've actually kind of promoted it on my channel. Actually, now that I think about it, the Supreme Gentleman whose manifesto I was just listening to the other day for like the third time, because it's so fascinating. I was listening to Bass Shaman's rendition of it. You know, he fell victim to this feeling that his life is a race against the world, and you know what happened to him. You know how it worked out for ER. And a lot of guys come to my channel and they say, hey, CBP, you know, I'm a 5 out of 10 male. What should I do? Is it even worth going on Tinder with all of the chads on there? And I always say to them, yes, go on Tinder. Because people tell me, oh, it's a waste of time. And don't get me wrong, if you're below a certain looks criteria, it is. But, you know, you should always, always put yourself out there until you know that it's truly, truly over. You shouldn't preemptively give up because your competition is better than you. I forget who said it, but there was once a famous cricket player, a famous cricket batsman, who said he never fears going up against a particular bowler in cricket because he says once the ball leaves the bowler's hand, it's between him and the ball. The guy that bowled it, regardless of his reputation, doesn't matter, because once the ball leaves the hand of the bowler, it's between him and the ball now. There is no other party involved. Even if you do admit that you are at a disadvantage because you're not good looking or whatever, if you're on Tinder, right, it's between you and the girl you're trying to match with. The more you think about who else is on Tinder, the more damage that's going to do to your psychology. And it's needless because it's true. It is only between you and the girl. You know, your life is a race against itself. You can either not go on Tinder, or you can go on Tinder with whatever attributes or lack thereof you have and just do the best job you can do. And that's all you need to be thinking about. You know, I can either run away from YouTube and say, oh, it's not worth making a video because I can't compete against these certain individuals, or I can make videos and whoever wants to show up and watch them can watch them. You know, that's the reality. Anyway, I know today's video is kind of boring. I have some more interesting videos coming up. It had been a few days since I had made a video, so I just wanted to put out something, and this is what was on my mind, so I just wanted to talk about it. But there's been some interesting events on the internet lately, and I really want to talk about those events. And I'll do another one of my celebrity analysis videos. So, yeah, got lots of videos coming up. But I just wanted to drop by and make this point today.
Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me.